things happen together. The whole is greater than the sum of the parts. We tend to think that political and social change requires that we organize movements. Remember when we always talked about the movement?
Yeah, sort of. That's what it was my time.
Yes, right. Okay. So anyway, synergy is about multiple things happening together to create something they can't accomplish alone. It's one of the main organizing principles living as a social organism. Just one, by the way, but for our purposes, it'll help to understand.
Yeah, I get it. You and I, we'll do something together. Depend on results, then we'll do it ourselves. Plus, other people who don't know. We don't even know them. They do stuff and interact with our stuff synergistically.
Is that a word? I think so, but you get the basic idea. The thing is, we can count on. In fact, we need to become highly aware of it. Think of us as trying to navigate the seas of history. In these seas are currents, and if we can ride some of the currents, stuff happens in a better way. Then if we are trying to steer across them or against them, so we have to learn to make mental maps of the seas of social existence, and then find that place we want to work, and keep in mind that we aren't alone and that others have similar goals and it all works together synergistically.
Right, okay, I got it, I guess. Can you explain why this thing works? Especially when people, they ain't really organized into masses.
Well, actually, mass movements are kind of dangerous. The more the mass, the less the conflict. You get mobs and violence. Small groups who see that each other does better. They concentrate more on what they really can do and less on ideology. The phrase, think globally, act locally. Now that phrase understands this. Try it this way. Lots of people today want to decide for themselves what is true and what is right to do. Think of this impulse, which is a very common modern human impulse, as a kind of emerging social force in the evolution of human consciousness, or human nature as some might say. But everyone doesn't always agree about what is right. Yes, yet what happens is that when a lot of people are struggling to do what is right, and not just hiding under the covers, you get a lot of right things being done in a lot of places. The way the social organism works, in a synergistic sense, is that all these right things add up to something more than the individuals can often. Everyone has a place right where they are, and that place they seek Plato might have called the good. This idea of the good is like a wonderful landscape seen from many different perspectives. So each one of us, seeking to do the good, helps bring this wonderful landscape more and more into real social existence. Each of us is like a kind of small sun, shining into the social organism of our own striving for goodness.
Yeah, right, okay, I can see that. How do we know what the good is?
Well, everyone has their own way, of course, but if I was trying to put the how into words, it has to do with when we think with our hearts and not just our heads. If we think just with our heads, we get kind of cold and calculating ideas. Generally, one more selfish, but we need to think with our hearts. That is what we need to think in a warmer way, more emphatic, more caring of the other person, the thou. So we will the good and think with our hearts. Everyone can do that, don't you think? Or at least try.
Yeah, I get it. Don't need nobody telling us what to do. We do our own thing. And if we will the good and think with our hearts, something happens all over the country. Synergy principle. Something we can't imagine.
Right, you got it, Hex-Man. Oh, one other thing. Ever see the movie called 6 Degrees of Separation?
Nah. What's that about?
Well, the story is kind of funny, but it has this idea behind it. The idea is that between ourselves and any other person there are only 6 relationships. You know someone and they know someone else, and so on for 6 relationships. So each of us is connected to any other person by only 6 such relationships, or 6 degrees of separation.
Crap, can't be true. Between me and the president are only 6 people separated. Shit, no way.
Shit. I don't know, it's just an idea. Maybe some math people invented the idea, but there is some truth. We are connected in ways we don't see. You know me. I was in Vietnam and I knew the CIA guy. Maybe now he works in Washington and his father
By the way, JC, I need a favor. One of those connections you were just talking about. Got a little package I need delivered to someone at the Shadow Warriors Haven.
Hacker business?
Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you.